What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. So, it's really important maxim in life. When you catch somebody in one lie, that means they're probably lying about everything. If you catch them in lies about small things, that means they're lying about big things, right? Liars are just liars. And so it's really important to make sure that you narrow down and you simply get the facts on everything. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfect situation of something that doesn't make any sense, where there's been lies and there's been curiosities that have no explanation, like the drowning of Obama's chef. So Obama's chef drowned. It was a horrible tragedy. His name was Tafari Campbell. He's a father and a husband, and he didn't deserve to die, of course. He drowned, and we still are getting new and interesting information that doesn't make, again, any sense. The points don't connect. The police are covering up, and the Secret Service is covering up. Check this out. Tafari Campbell's drowning death deemed an accident, but Massachusetts State Police are still withholding basic information about Barack Obama's personal chef under the guise of an ongoing investigation. Why not just come out with it? Tafari Campbell's paddleboarding death riddle, cops left call log blank and said it came from 2 miles away. They refused to reveal who he was with on the water. This follows a pattern of officials closing down or stopping entirely information that the public should have about this horrible tragedy. Again, if you want to find out what actually happened, you should probably fill out the call logs, right? Wouldn't that make sense? No? I mean, how about this? How about this one? You should probably let us know where the Obamas were that night. It took Judicial Watch having to effectively sue the federal government in order to figure out that Obama was not only present at the home that night of the drowning, that also Barack Obama was there when the police were questioning witnesses. Here, ladies and gentlemen, according to Judicial Watch announced that it has received 40 pages of records from Massachusetts State Police that indicate the presence of Barack Obama for a witness interview and the death investigation of Obama's personal chef, Tafari Campbell. What was initially and immediately released was that the Obamas weren't on the island. But now we know that the Obamas were actually here. They said they corrected that statement. They corrected and amended that statement and said that the Obamas were on the island. They just weren't home. And now Judicial Watch saying that Obama was present for witness interviews about the death. A short time later, a cold, wet woman who was a witness arrived. The next morning, an eyewitness was interviewed in the Obama residence, seemingly with Barack Obama present. The records also detail the existence of Secret Service video of Campbell and his paddleboard companion entering the water. The Secret Service emergency response in the immediate aftermath of the drowning. The state police records show they concluded no foul play in Campbell's accidental death. Okay, well, all you need to do is simply prove it, right? Well, it's like Tucker Carlson. I don't believe you until you show me the facts. And until then, F you. I'm not going to believe you simply because you tell me a story. In fact, the facts here have been that there has been misleading curiosities about the death of this man. Like, for instance, why did he drown in the first place when he could clearly swim? Tafari Campbell could swim. This is from Tafari Campbell's own social media. There he is, swimming in the water. How did he drown in 8 feet of water when he's here swimming laps, bragging about what a great swimmer he is? Why did they deep six his social media? All of his social media went from public to private. Doesn't make any sense. Certainly doesn't make any sense that now we're learning that the Secret Service had boats to go out and save Tafari Campbell. So they have footage of Tafari Campbell entering the water with an unnamed female staffer for the Obama family. The Secret Service then saw that there was something bad going on, that there was a drowning occurring, even though Tafari Campbell can swim and he was only in 8 feet of water and he was on a paddleboard that floats. And then they went out to go save him, but none of their boats worked. Huh? This is the Secret Service, right? Like, no one checked. No one got, thank God, something like, aren't you supposed to protect the president? He lives on the water. Barack Obama tells us the waters are going to rise. Doesn't matter. Barack Obama only builds homes right up against the water. Shouldn't you have operational boats If the president's going to be out, like, near the water? Like, he is, his home, like, his mansion is surrounded by water. Secret Service records disclose agency boats inoperable for Obama chef drowning emergency. Agency discloses more information about drowning death eyewitness. Okay, so not only they have the footage, not only were they obscuring Obama's whereabouts, where he was that night, not only have they been hiding the records and leaving call logs blank, but now it turns out that the Secret Service had boats. They just didn't operate that night. Is that normal for the Secret Service? Judicial Watch announced today that it received 31 pages of records, Freedom of Information Act lawsuit, Department of Homeland Security, that show the identity of the companion of Obama's chef, Taqari Campbell, was a woman named Miss Taylor, who reported that Campbell fell in the water and struggled for a couple of seconds before giving up and sinking under the water. The records also show the Secret Service could not get the first two boats they tried to use to search for Campbell to function and had to use a groundkeeper's boat. They also at least one and possibly multiple agents from the Secret Service Little Rock, Arkansas office were involved in the search for Campbell's body. Why the Arkansas office? It's weird. The records obtained in response to the October 25th, 2023 FOIA lawsuit against the United States Department of Homeland Security after it failed to respond to the August request, Secret Service recordings, and other related to the death of Obama's personal chef, Taqari Campbell. The records include a July 24th report from the Secret Service agent whose name is redacted that reveals the interview details, including the name of Campbell's paddleboarding companion, Mrs. Taylor. Miss Taylor stated that Mr. Campbell was not wearing a life jacket and had no personal flotation device aboard the paddleboard at the time of the incident. Separate report notes how Campbell's companion collapsed on the ground and stated that Taqari Campbell had drowned. She stated that he fell in the water and struggled for a couple of seconds before giving up and sinking out of the water. The agent continued describing how a supervisory agent and other agents attempted to start one of the boats that had difficulties lowering the motor. I headed down with redacted, told her to continue down, and yelled at the security agent that I would go get the keys for the U.S. Secret Service boat. I sprinted to the command post, grabbed the keys, and sprinted back towards the boats. Similar issue occurred with the motor on the second boat, so both boats were inoperable. We jumped on a third boat belonging to the groundskeeper that worked without issue. The same report notes that Barack Obama came to the incident scene and the search was paused so that Obama could speak with the eyewitness. So this reporting here is correct, that Obama was there with the eyewitnesses. Again, it took 12 hours for them to actually find the body. It's disturbing that the Secret Service boats did not work in an emergency situation, says Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Tom Fitton has been doing, of course, absolute bang-up job getting these documents, revealing the actual documents themselves, showing the curiosities or the cover-ups found therein. Really weird stuff. I mean, that doesn't give you a lot of confidence that the Secret Service boats don't work. Of course, you can hear the 911 phone calls for help from the Secret Service themselves. They've been published. We have a male drowning in the back of the property right now, the agents say, before police left the call logs blank. Again, look at Obama's massive mansion here. It's literally on the water. You'd assume that the Secret Service boats would work, right? It's on the water. People should be upset about this, quite clearly, quite obviously, and evidently. Judicial Watch has done an incredible work, obviously, showing this. Tom Fitton, you should follow Judicial Watch and follow Tom Fitton. He's doing the FOIAs, and he's getting the results. Jesse Waters has also been covering this very tightly on Fox and has some new interesting findings that there is actually videotape. Again, we know this through the FOIA documents. Breaking this on Fox first was Jesse Waters saying there's literal videotape of all of this happening. Watch.
Fox News Alert, we have new information tonight in the drowning death of Obama's personal chef, Taqari Campbell. The Massachusetts State Police responded to our FOIA request and released their report with some redactions. According to the report, Obama was on the scene shortly after Campbell went missing. Report also states an unmanned female staffer jumped into the water when Taqari fell off his board, but it was already too late. He disappeared. We also now know that Secret Service has surveillance footage of Campbell from Obama's compound moments before he entered the water. So we're going to see if we can get that and we may have that for you. Again, we're very, very sorry for Tafari's family. That was a serious, serious tragedy.
So it's true, and Tafari Campbell was a father and a husband. It is a tragedy, and what's the best way to honor somebody? Well, to actually like tell the truth about what happened. Maybe it'll be a cautionary tale. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a cautionary tale about White House chefs. It does seem like there are White House chefs who meet untimely and strange drownings. The chef for Bill Clinton also drowned, strangely.
State and local police are still conducting an investigation into Tafari's death, and our hearts go out to Tafari's family and to the Obamas, and Primetime will keep you updated. Now, in a tragically strange coincidence, Tafari is not the only presidential chef to drown. Clinton's chef also drowned.
Sounds stranger than fiction, but here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Former White House chef, 61, drowned during fatal hike in New Mexico. Autopsy revealed this is the chef for Bill Clinton. So again, it's just simply curious. That's all. We ask for simply transparency here. That is all we search for. We search for the truth. And we don't like people who lie to us. We don't like people who obscure the facts, especially if you are somebody who is living a lavish life off of the taxpayer dole. People deserve justice, and people deserve the facts, and people who have suffered horrible tragedies deserve to know what really happened. It's your boy Benny. Stay based. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.